Mathematics class 11 chapter 11 conic sections. In the last class we have studied exercise 11.2. Today we shall study ellipse. An ellipse is the set of all points in a plane, the sum of whose distances from two fixed points in the plane is constant. So ellipse is a set of collection of points whose distances from the two fixed points in the plane will be always constant. In this figure you can see there are 3 points P1, P2, P3. There are two fixed points F1 and F2. If you take the sum of the distance of P1 from F1 and F2, then the sum of the distance from P2 from F1 and F2, then sum of the distance of P3 from F1 and F2 will be constant. And same way, if you take all these points, all the points will have the sum of the distance from these two fixed points will be equal or the constant. Then this curve which you get is called your ellipse. Okay, so we can write mathematically here as P1F1 plus P1F2 equal to P2F1 plus P2F2 equal to P3F1 plus P3F2. So that is the definition of ellipse. The two fixed points are called foci of ellipse. The midpoint of line segment joining foci is called center. The line segment through foci is called your major axis. The line segment through center but perpendicular to the major axis is called minor axis. The end point of major axis is called vertices. The length of the major axis we call it as a twice A, and the length of the minor axis is 2B, and the distance between the foci is twice C. So you can see this from here A to B, this distance or this is called your major axis. The length of this is twice A, and from here to here this distance we call it as a minor axis, and its distance is or length is twice B. These are F1 and F2 are focus, this is the center, and this is the midpoint of F1 and F2. The distance between F1 and F2 that we call it as a 2C. Okay, this is C and this is C. O2F2 is C and O2F1 is C. So that total is called twice C. Okay, and here we have written the measurement. This is A, this is A. From here to here this is B, that is this distance, and from here to here that is this distance is B, and this one is C and this also is C, and together it will be twice C, and together this will be twice B, and this will be twice A. Relation between semi-major axis, semi-minor axis and distance of focus from the center of ellipse. Take a point P at one end of the major axis. So you take a point P, this is my major axis, so one of the end point. So either you take this side or this side, I am taking P over here. So take point P at the end of one of the major axis, okay, so end point of the major axis. Then sum of the distance of point P to the foci. Now we know that by definition that the sum of the distance of the point on the ellipse with the foci or the focus, both the focus should be constant. Okay, so we can say that this P is there, so we can say F1P plus F2P. Okay, we are just taking the sum. So F1P plus F2P equal to this F1P. Okay, F1P I can divide into two parts, that is F1O and O2P. So I can write this as F1O plus O2P and F2P as it is. F1O. So F1O, this distance is C. So we put here C. Okay. And O2P, this distance is A. So we put A. And F2P. F2P, this distance is A minus C. If total is A, then this you minus. So this from here to here distance will be A minus C. So A minus C. So C plus C minus C. So A plus A is twice A. Now take a point Q at one end of minor axis. So this is my minor axis, so you have to take one of the end point of this minor axis, point Q. You can take either here or here. I am taking over here. Okay, so take Q point on one of the end of the minor axis. Sum of the distance of Q to the foci. Now we'll take the distance of Q, sum of the distance of Q from the foci. So one is F1Q plus F2Q. Okay, these are the two foci, so F1Q plus F2Q. So let us take that. Now here see, this is our origin. Okay, and this distance is C, this distance is B, right? So if you apply Pythagoras here in this triangle, right angle triangle, then this will become hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is B square plus C square square root, right? So under the square root of, for here also same, this is B, this is C, so it will be under the square root B square plus C square. So these two distances are same and it is equal to square root of B square plus C square by applying the Pythagoras in this right angle triangle. Okay, you can say O, Q, O and F1. Same way, Q, O and F2 you apply Pythagoras and you get this distance F1Q and F2Q. Okay, so you put F1Q plus F2Q, the value as I said from the figure, you can write under the square root of B square plus C square plus square root of B square plus C square. So both are same, so 2 times square root of B square plus C square. Now P and Q both are on the ellipse, right? So if they are on the ellipse, then by definition the sum of, we know that the sum of the points on the ellipse from the two fixed point remains the constant. That means the sum of P with the two focus equal to sum of Q with these two focus should be same. Okay, so we can equate both. Since P and Q both lie on the ellipse, therefore by definition this value equal to this value. So I write this 2 square root of B square plus C square equal to twice A. So 2 cut and take the square on both the sides, so square root will cut here, so B square plus C square, and here will be square, so A square. This can be rewritten as, if B square you transfer over here, you can write C square is equal to A square minus B square. C, what is C? C is the distance of the foci from the origin. Okay, so from origin to here is C, and from here to here is also C. Then what is A? A is from here to here, okay, from on the major axis, and B is from on the minor axis, the semi-minor axis, the distance or length of the semi-minor axis. This is semi-major axis and this is distance of the foci from the origin. So this is the relation we are getting. Now suppose C is equal to 0. Now if you take C equal to 0, that means these two will come together, right? These two, F1 and F2, will fall into together. That means what happens is, when you take C equal to 0, both the foci merge together. That means A equal to B. If A equal to B means you will not get like this ellipse or like this shape, but you will get a circle. Okay, in suppose C equal to A, that means B equal to 0. So if C is this much, it becomes equal to A, that means up to here. That means B will no more be there. Okay, B will be 0. If B is 0, that means you get a line segment. That means B equal to 0 and the ellipse reduces to the line segment F1, F2 joining to foci. Okay, so that is a relation. This is a relation between the semi-minor axis, major axis, and the distance between the foci. Okay, or the distance of the origin from the foci or center from the foci. Eccentricity. The eccentricity of the ellipse is the ratio of the distances from the center of the ellipse to one of the foci and to one of the vertices of the ellipse. Okay, so now we denote eccentricity by E. It is a ratio of the distance from the center to the foci, one of the foci. So if you take this foci or this foci, this is center and this foci is suppose F2, so this distance is C. Okay, so that is C, and it is ratio, so C divided by the distance from the vertices. So this is vertices, this is vertex. Okay, this is vertex, this is vertex. So from O to P, let us say, so from O to B the distance is A, so you can say it is C by A. So this is your eccentricity. So focus is at a distance C from the center, therefore the focus is at a distance AE from the center. So if you transfer this A over here, that means C value will be AE. That means this is C value, right? So the distance of foci from the center will be AE in terms of the eccentricity. So remember that the distance of the foci from the center in the terms of eccentricity is AE. Okay, so that is also another relation. Standard equation of ellipse. Let F1 and F2 be foci and O be the midpoint of F1, F2. So F1 minus C0 and F2 C0 are the foci and O is the midpoint of the F1 and F2. Let O be the origin, then coordinate of F1 minus C0 and F2 C0. Okay, already we know that from here to here distance is C and from here to here is C and O is a midpoint. So that means the coordinate C0 and this will be minus C0. Let Pxy be any point on the ellipse such that the sum of distances from P to foci be 2a. So now we take point P on the ellipse xy and such that its distance from f1 plus f2, the sum will be equal to twice a. So we can say pf1 plus pf2 is equal to twice a. pf1 by distance formula, x minus minus plus c whole square plus y minus 0 whole square under the square root plus pf2, so this one, so under the square root x minus c whole square plus y minus 0 whole square equal to twice a. So here this can be written as under the square root x plus c whole square plus y square, because y minus 0 whole square gives you y square, equal to 2a, and this I am transferring over here, so it becomes negative of under the square root x minus c whole square, and this y minus 0 whole square can be written as y square. Now you square on both the side. Okay, so when you square, this square root will cut. So you get here x plus c whole square plus y square equal to this, you have to square because there are two terms. So 2a minus under the square root x minus c whole square plus y square whole square. Now this you have to expand using a minus b. This is first term, this is second term. So 2a square is 4a square minus the middle term is 2 into 2a, that is 4a, and this term square root of x minus c whole square plus y square plus square of this, so square root will cut. So here x minus c whole square plus y square. Expand this using a plus b whole square. So x square plus c square plus twice cx equal to plus y square. This y square is there, this y square, and this side also y square is there, so that I am cancelling. Okay, because if you transfer this y square over here, this side, it will become negative, so it will cancel with this. Okay, so I have not written in this, I have just cancelled directly. Then here 4a square minus 4a, this as it is, and here I am expanding using a minus b whole square, so x square plus c square minus 2cx. Okay, now this negative term I am transferring over here, and all these terms I am transferring over here. Okay, so what you get is when you transfer this over here becomes plus 4a under the square root x minus c whole square plus y square. X square when you transfer over here becomes negative, and there is positive x square, so it will cancel. C square when you transfer over here it becomes negative, and there is already positive c square, so it will cancel. Plus 2xc you transfer over here becomes minus 2cx or 2xc, and there is already minus 2cx, so this you add with that, so you get minus of 4xc. Okay, and this I have transferred here, and here remains 4a square. Now divide by 4a, so each term have got 4a, here not there, but you divide by 4a. So when you divide here, you get here remains square root of x minus c whole square plus y square equal to, when you divide here 4a, then here remains a, minus here you divide by 4a, so 4 cancel, but 1 in a in the denominator remains, and this cx is as it is. Now square both the side again. So when you square here, the square root will cut, so here you get x minus c whole square plus y square equal to this, you have to square a minus c by a x power 2. This you expand using a minus b whole square, so x square minus 2cx plus c square plus here y square equal to this, also expand a square plus c by a into x whole square, so c square by a square x square minus 2 into a into cx by a, cx by a, so this a occurs, so you get here 2cx. Okay, I have written here. Now here this x square term I am transferring over here, it is positive, when you transfer it becomes negative, so here x square minus this you transfer c square by a square x square, then minus 2xc and plus c square transfer over here, so here a square, this c square transfer, so minus c square, minus 2cx you transfer, so plus 2cx, and this one 2cx is here, that is negative, and this y square is as it is. Now here I am taking the LCM, so a square and plus x square I am taking out, because from this both term x square is common. So here you get a square minus c square divided by a square into x square plus y square equal to, see 2cx positive, 2cx negative, so cancel. So here you get a square minus c square. But now we already saw the relation between the semi-minor axis, semi-major axis, and the distance of focus from the center, that is given as a square equal to b square plus c square. So if you transfer this c square over here, it becomes negative, so a square minus c square will be b square, right? So let us use this value of b square. So I put here a square minus c square, a square minus c square I put as a b square. Okay, the relation which we already proved. So I put here b square, this x square by a square here plus y square, and this also is b square, right? Now divide each term by b square, or this b square will transfer over here, but I am dividing each term by b square. So when you divide here, b square will cut, here remains x square by a square, plus when you divide here, y square by b square equal to b square by b square gives you 1, and this is the equation of the ellipse. Conversely, let pxy satisfy the equation x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. So from here, if you transfer this term over here, it becomes negative 1 minus x square by b a square, and this b square if you transfer, it will go in the numerator. So y square equal to b square in the bracket 1 minus x square by a square. Now p f1 by distance formula, okay, p is this one xy and f1 is minus c 0. Okay, so we use distance formula for p f1, find distance. So under the square root x plus c whole square plus y square. Okay, so now instead of y square you put this value. So under the square root x plus c whole square plus b square, and this value is a square minus x square by a square, right? Now here, now this b square value we know it is a square minus c square. Okay, the relation between semi-major axis, semi-minor axis and the distance of focus from the center of the ellipse. Okay, we found this one. So from here, if you find transfer c square over here, you get b value as a square minus c square. Okay, so we put here this value as a square minus c square. I place here. I am taking LCM, and that a square taking out of the square root and taking as 1 by a. So here a square, and this I am expanding using a plus b whole square. So x square plus c square plus twice cx plus this, multiply these two bracket. So a square into a square is a power 4 minus a square into x square minus a square, minus c square into a square minus a minus plus c square into x square. Okay, this a square multiply here in this bracket, so you get here this 1 by a as it is under the square root a square x square plus a square c square plus 2 a square cx plus this a power 4 as it is minus a square x square minus a square c square plus c square x square. See here, a square x square positive minus a square x square negative, so these two cancel. Similarly, a square c square positive and a square c square negative cancel. So what remains is a power 4 can be written as a square whole square plus this one 2 a square cx, and this one remains plus cx whole square. C square x square can be written as cx whole square, and this is all under the square root, and this 1 by a as it is. But this is the perfect square of a square plus cx whole square under the square root and 1 by a as it is. Okay, this value. So this square and square root cut. So what you are getting is 1 by a square plus cx. 1 by a multiply inside, so you get here a plus ca by x. Okay, now similarly we can find pf2. Okay, the same distance between pf2. Okay, by same method you can do yourself, or directly we can write a here instead of plus minus c by a x will get. Now we'll do the sum of these pf1 and pf2 equal to pf1 is this value a plus c by a x plus pf2 is this value a minus c by a x. These two, one is positive, one is negative, cut a plus a is 2a. Therefore, any point that satisfies x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1 satisfies the geometric condition. Therefore, pxy lies on the ellipse. So we can say that the equation of ellipse with center of origin and major axis along x-axis is x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. Similarly, if the major axis is along the y-axis, then equation will be little different. Okay, here it will come b square and it will come a square. Okay, so we can say similarly x square by b square plus y square by a square equal to 1 can be derived. In this, the major axis is along the y-axis. Here it is along the x-axis. This is the figure, okay, for where the major axis is along the y-axis, and this equation is x square by a square plus y square by a square equal to 1. Sorry, x square by b square plus y square by a square equal to 1. Okay, here b square, here a square, and in this x square by a square plus y square by b equal to 1. Ellipse is symmetric to both the axes. If xy lie on the ellipse, then minus xy, x minus y, minus x minus y also lie on the ellipse. So ellipse is symmetric to both the axes. So if this is this is in the first quadrant, this is in the second quadrant, this is in the third quadrant, this is in the fourth quadrant. Okay, sorry, this is the third quadrant, this is the fourth quadrant. Okay, so all the points lie on the ellipse. Foci lie always on major axis. Okay, so focus is always on the major axis if you take this side, or on major axis is if on the y-axis. If coefficient of x square has a larger denominator, then major axis is along x-axis. Okay, so this kind of equation, this is larger, then it is major axis is along the x-axis. And if coefficient of y square has a larger denominator, then the major axis is along y-axis, then the equation will be this kind. Now next we have got latus rectum. Latus rectum of an ellipse is a line segment perpendicular to the major axis through any of the foci and whose endpoints lie on the ellipse. So it is the same as previous we have studied the latus rectum of parabola. It is perpendicular to the major axis and it is passing from the foci and endpoint lie on the ellipse. So this is latus rectum AB and CD here. Okay, so this is both are latus rectum. The endpoints are on the ellipse and it is perpendicular to the major axis and it is passing from the focus F2 and foci F1. Okay, F1 and F2. Now suppose if this point is A is here, then the coordinate of A will be C and L. The length we are taking as L. So the coordinate of A will be CL. Sorry, we'll take not the length of the latus rectum but the half length of the latus rectum, okay, that we consider as L, and when you double it then you get the full length. Okay, so I am taking here from A F2 equal to L. A is the point on the ellipse and F2 is the foci, so A F2 is equal to L and total length will be twice L. Okay, that will be the length of the latus rectum. Okay, this in the figure you can see this AF2 I am taking it, this distance I am taking as L. So total the length will be AB, that will be AF2 and this should be same because it is symmetric, so we will take twice L. So now if I take AF2 is equal to L, then the coordinate of A will be CL. Okay, and C can be written in the terms of eccentricity as AEL. Okay, since A lie on the ellipse, it will satisfy the equation of this ellipse, that is x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. So instead of x you put AE and L you put y, instead of y you put L. Okay, so let us place. So here a square is square by a square plus L square by b square equal to 1. A square cut here, so what you get is L square by b square plus e square. This e square if you transfer over here it becomes negative. So L square by b square is equal to 1 minus e square. Okay, now here if b transfer over, so you get here L square equal to b square 1 minus e square, right? Now we know that eccentricity E equal to C by A. Okay, I have given you before the formula here. E is equal to C by A. So is E equal to E square equal to C square by A square, and C square we know that is A square minus B square. That also relation we have done before. Okay, this one C square is equal to A square minus B square. So put here C square is equal to A square minus B square. This A square as it is. If you divide A square by A square, you get 1 minus B square by A square here as it is. Okay, so what we can say that this E square value is 1 minus B square by A square. So here E square value I'll put this value. So L square is equal to B square, this one as it is, minus, instead of E square I'll put this value. So 1 and minus plus this b square by a square. So plus 1 minus 1 cut. So you get here b square by a square into b square, which gives you b power 4 a square. Take a square root both the sides, so L is equal to b square by a. Now as I said that this length is only half of the latus rectum, okay, and you need to find the full, so you have to multiply by 2. Since ellipse is symmetric to y-axis, length of LR, that is latus rectum, will be twice L. So you multiply this by 2, so 2 into b square by a square. So this is the length of the latus rectum. Okay, so here we have today studied only the theory part of the ellipse, and we'll keep this much for today. Thank you very much.